Hello my dear viewers, welcome to my channel. This video is a special video. I have reached my first milestone on YouTube and that's 1K subscribers. So 1 year ago I decided to finally start my feminine YouTube channel. And I tell you, it took me 6 years to get started. 6 years in which I was thinking, hesitating, considering. And in this video I want to tell you what held me back. So what were those challenges that I somehow couldn't overcome and how I finally overcame them, started my channel 1 year ago, and now here we are with our small community, 1,000 beautiful, wonderful women and men. And I'm so thankful and happy because this is all about you. And the reason why I started YouTube was I just thought, well, I would really like to contribute to something, to educate, share my knowledge, my experience, and also my personality, and just improve your day, or even if it's just your lunch break in which you are watching my video. But well, I had some challenges to overcome and I will now tell you which challenges those were. And afterwards, I will tell you how to choose a topic or a niche and also give you some general tips on how to get started very quickly. So stay until the end. But first of all, my personal story for all of you, those who would like to start a feminine channel too, and those who are just interested. Well, as I said, I started exactly 1 year ago in a different location. I was still living in a shared flat at that time, so I didn't have a lot of privacy. The first reason why I hesitated so long, my lack of IT knowledge. And also the lack of confidence to be able to edit a video, to film a video, to put it somehow on the computer and then put it somehow in the editing thing and edit it and then put it on YouTube, maybe put music there, pictures, writings. So you can imagine, for me as someone who really didn't use an iPhone at that time, I didn't use a MacBook, so I had no idea about all those Apple applications that exist, like iMovie, that are really easy to use if you just try. I really thought that it will be impossible for me. I watched some YouTube tutorials about editing, and those YouTubers mainly used very complicated editing stuff. For me, that was just too complicated. And also, they were not free, they cost something, and those were all small obstacles that hold me back. And then, of course, the equipment. But the truth is that to start, you don't need that equipment. You need something that can do videos, but a phone is totally okay. So all the videos that you see till this one are filmed on an iPhone 8 Plus. Then I also got a lavalier microphone, and that's this little friend here. So it's by Rode, and I would say that this is the easiest option you can get to have a nice sound, because when I'm talking without a microphone, I will show you now, it's different. So with the microphone there is a better sound. But you want to have a little bit more of a better quality, then just get like a lavalier microphone, plug it into the phone, and your sound is better. And well, the editing thing. So how did I overcome this? At one point last year I got a new roommate. It's a very nice girl from France and she was working in social media. We were talking about this. I told her, yeah, I'm thinking to become a YouTuber, to do videos, but I'm hesitant because I don't know how to do all that stuff. She said, well, I can show you how to use iMovie, that's so easy. And I thought, okay, well, then we just sat together and she showed me how to do like very basic editing actually. But I saw that it's not that difficult, at least with iMovie. So then I borrowed a MacBook. I started practicing. That way I got started. I overcame this obstacle of not being familiar with editing, with technique. And then for the thumbnails, that's those little pictures that you see, I used a free software which is called Canva, and I can really recommend it because it is so user-friendly and you can just create a very nice thumbnails with it and also other things. With those tools at hand, I just sat in front of the window and I got started. At this point, I would also like to say thank you to my dear friends, the few ones that knew about my project and encouraged me. Alexandra, Mirko and Angela, my former roommate. Now, the second challenge or the second thing that held me back, defining a niche. You might think that this is not a problem when I was thinking about doing YouTube for over 5 years. But it was a problem because I was interested in so many topics from this whole feminine that I just couldn't decide on where to start. And if you know my channel now, you might see that I'm talking about different topics that all turn around one concept, and that's the concept of the sophisticated, classy, feminine lady. So that's basically the concept of my channel, and the topics are turning around this concept. But I was all the time looking for one topic and I just couldn't decide. And I think if this is a problem for you, then maybe you might also decide to do a channel that turns more around you as a person or a concept of something. YouTubers say you have to niche down. You have to choose a very specialized topic, and that's actually a good technique if you can. But if you just cannot and you still want to start, and that's something that holds you back, then just start with something that you are passionate about, and you can mix the topics, and eventually after a time a specific niche will just be figured out. I solved this problem by just starting with something that interested me, with something that was easy to do for me, and that was a luxury review. So I started by doing luxury reviews. I reviewed my handbags, and at this point I already knew that my channel won't be about handbags and about luxury, because for that I don't have enough luxury, and also I cannot afford that much luxury, so that doesn't really make sense. Not really an option for me, because after a few videos I will just have no more items to talk about. So I knew that won't be it, but it was good to start with, and it also has to do with the concept that I am passionate about: classy, elegant, sophisticated woman. And number 3, my shyness. I'm not much of an extrovert, but I know that many YouTubers are actually introverts, but in front of the camera they can really express themselves creatively and they are confident, etc. And it's not that I'm super shy. I have worked a lot on me, and that's why also I'm doing videos about poise, about posture, about body language, because I have developed myself a lot in those areas, and I have learned a lot about those areas and how to be more confident in a very feminine way. But the thing is that for example, I'm not even on Instagram. And nowadays, who is not on Instagram? Tell me in the comments, because maybe there are more people not on Instagram. I just recently made an account because I was almost at the point to become active. I haven't become active yet. Maybe I will. I'm really not sure. It's something that I'm shy away from, although it would be really good for this channel and also to connect better with you. How did I overcome the 3? I just watched a lot of YouTube videos, and I realized that there are so many personalities on YouTube. Also, I found a few YouTubers that at this point were not on Instagram, although most are on different other social media platforms too, which is understandable because it helps the channel and the channels grow faster. I am only on YouTube, so it took me quite long to reach those 1000. I didn't have too high expectations because I knew that people can only find me on YouTube, and it also depends a lot on YouTube and on the algorithm. Therefore, I'm very, very thankful for each one of you that you have found me, that you have subscribed, and that you are watching my videos. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed yet and you are still watching my videos, click the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, and join my community. That were the 3 challenges and how I overcame them. Now I will tell you about the feminine YouTube community, or the feminine niche. So a niche is actually something smaller, like a subtopic, but I would say there are big niches with many sub-niches. If we think about the typical feminine topics that already exist from the very beginning of YouTube, there is the beauty niche and there is the fashion niche. Under beauty, I would summarize all those kind of topics such as makeup, makeup tutorials, hair, channels that talk about skincare purely, channels that talk about perfume. So everything that has to do with beauty and makeup. And then the fashion niche, also very classic feminine niche. Channels that talk about fashion, about clothing, luxury accessories such as handbags, but also fashion according to specific styles like elegant style, feminine style, styles according to the body type, color theory, minimalism. You can always find something in those niches. You won't probably find something that doesn't exist yet, but you always have to think that every YouTuber has their own personality, their own style. At least it should be like that. Therefore, even if you might talk about the same big topic, you will probably do it in a different way. The style of your videos will probably be different. You will teach in a different way. You will give different advice. So it doesn't matter that all those topics already exist. If you are passionate about something, and even if it's something like makeup, maybe you are passionate about a very specific makeup style and you have a very specific makeup style, you can niche that down to infinity and you will always create something new. Or you could do a channel about makeup for women over 40, if you are, let's say, over 40 and you are passionate about makeup. So that will be totally different than someone who does makeup tutorials for women in their 20s, because there are totally different products that you would maybe use, totally different hacks that you would have. So maybe you understand what I mean. Individualize the niche that you pick, even if it already exists. And now the newer niches. In the last years, there are many channels that are all, I would say, the feminine empowerment or level up community. The YouTubers are talking about leveling up, about improving themselves personality-wise, how to become a high-value woman, how to get this goddess energy, how to be more confident, develop a strength and a feminine energy, or about relationships with a high-value mindset. So there are so many subtopics and so many niches that it is really useful to make a list and just see what you might feel drawn to, that you are passionate about, that you can contribute something. There are also many YouTubers whose channels rather turn around their lives. It's more about a concept that they live. For example, there are many feminine homemakers that have channels and that are vlogging, that are talking about their lives, that are also giving advice on femininity or on cooking, on household. The most important is that you start with one topic and you don't have to stick to that topic. You can always try different topics. Of course, it's great if you have one niche Already, you already know you are going to talk about perfumes. Great! If this is something that you're super passionate about, you can specialize on that. But if you don't have that, and you are really interested in several things and you're not really sure where this will go, start. That will also be my first general tip on how to get started immediately. So just pick something that is easy for you to do. If it is easy for you to talk about a product, then do a product review. This is what I basically did. I did a review about a luxury handbag that many people are interested in, the Sac de Jour Small. That was my very first video. Number 2, get the basic equipment and all the obstacles out of your way. So you have heard what my obstacles were. I am telling you that you don't need anything complicated. Actually, you can just make a video with your phone and that's all. Number 3, decide for a name. Even if you're not sure how the channel should be called, just pick some name. Either you can use your own name or some other channel name, because you can always change channel name afterwards, so that's no problem. Number 4, make a schedule. So you have to decide on a schedule, because YouTube is a marathon and not a sprint. That's a very, very known YouTube quote. That means that you have to be patient, you have to upload regularly and consistently. Therefore, you need to decide for a schedule. So it is mostly recommended to upload once or twice a week or more. But I cannot do that because I have a full-time job. Therefore, I decided to upload once a week, and that's already a lot for me, but it is manageable for me. If once a week is not manageable for you, you can also upload every other week or even once a month, but it has to be consistent. That's important for the YouTube algorithm, so that your channel grows, so that people can find you. Decide for a realistic schedule for your specific situation, for yourself, that you will commit to. And you have to commit to follow the schedule. And I committed to this. During 1 year, I haven't missed 1 week. And in order to not miss even 1 week, of course it can always happen. Emergencies can happen. I recommend you to already prepare several topics in advance and try to at least film 2 videos in advance. And number 5, try to not want to make it perfect. Just start. You can always delete the video. Time is so valuable, especially on YouTube. If I had started 6 years ago, who knows where I would be now? And who knows in which direction the channel would have developed? I really could have started much earlier because I had the passion, I had the wish, I had the motivation, but I was hesitant. The earlier you start on YouTube, the better, because more and more people are coming on YouTube. So it becomes more and more difficult to be found. The dedication is really the most important. So if you are also thinking about starting a feminine channel and you weren't so sure about the niche, maybe this video was helpful for you. And now, as this is my 1K video, for the celebration purpose, give me a thumbs up and I see you in my next ones. Bye bye!